So this is a VAT control account question here. You've got some entries from various daybook questions. These things wouldn't be sort of appearing in the books that you will tend to have for Principles of Bookkeeping Controls unit. They'll be done in the Business Transactions unit, so or Introduction to Bookkeeping unit. And so you need to sort of put in these ones to decide whether they're debits and credits in there. And then over here we have VAT control account balance question really. So this is 10 marks in here. You should probably knock this out in about 5 minutes. So we'll come back into it in 5 minutes. So there's 1 minute left now. Okay, so that's time. Let's go through the answer. So in terms of the answer, let's just go through the debits and credits really here and how the journals have been produced. So I quite like this opening bit because it's amount owing from HM Revenue and Customs. So amounts owed would be a credit. Amounts owing from them means that the HM Revenue and Customs owe you the money. So it's debit 2055. That's because that's money in item. Now I really like this because anybody who used this dead click goes, oh, VAT's liability, and then drops into credit here. And so the exam is deliberately sort of setting out owing as a debit. And does the same in terms of bank and puts an overdraft after it. So the dead clickers go for debit, and it really is a credit. Okay, so that's amount owing, debit for that one. Total in the sales daybook in here, so it would be debit trade receivables control account, credit sales, credit VAT, amount owing to HMRC on the sales, so that's credit there. In the sales returns daybook, that one is a credit trade receivables control account, and debit sales return, debit VAT. Total in the purchases daybook, so that is debit purchases, debit VAT, credit trade payables control account. Total in the discounts allowed daybook, right? So this is a discounts allowed, so it's debit discounts allowed, which is an expense, reduction in the amounts available for shareholders, reduction in money out items, so debit VAT, credit discounts allowed, credit trade receivables control account. So debit discounts allowed, debit VAT, credit discounts trade receivables control account. And then we've got the VATs and the discounts received on here. So discounts received is an increase in the money available for shareholders to be paid in the future. So credit discounts received, credit VAT, debit trade purchases control, trade payables control account. And the VAT in the cash book, so on cash sales, so debit bank, credit sales, credit VAT. So it's the VAT on the sale that we received. And then the VAT refund received, so payment in, so debit bank, credit VAT in the control account, so that's credit. So debit, credit, debit, credit. Right, okay, so that's the first part of that one. And then the second one is at the end of July, the VAT control account has these debit entries and these credit entries. Following transactions have not been yet recorded, so VAT total in the purchases returns daybook, so purchase returns, so that would be, if we're going for purchase returns, debit the trade payables control account, because we're no longer going to have to pay that. Then credit purchases returns, and credit VAT, so that one is a credit in here. And then VAT on the irrecoverable debt, so it's credit the trade receivables control account here, so credit trade receivables control account, debit irrecoverable debt expense, debit VAT on that amount as well. So there's the there. Those are the total of those two columns in there, so that must be the carried down figure in here. And then you've got to be careful really in terms of looking at what's the balance brought down. So they're going balance brought down rather than carried down in here. Carried down would be debit, brought down is credit in there. If they also put in debt, if we put in the month day, it was like, let's say it was October, and what would be the balance on the 31st of October, it would be the carried down figure, and if it was the 1st of November, it would be the brought down figure. So that is the VAT control account question, and the different ways that it could have gone in terms of trying to get this answer here. Oh, and of course it was 4518 in the end.